It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And introducing first the self-described greatest woman of all time, Claressa Shields. She's 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 173. And she'll be facing Terry Belter Harper, coming in at 146 pounds. That's one below the welterweight limit. She stands 5 foot 9 inches tall and has a reach of 65 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Claressa Shields, one of the most avoided fighters in the game and one of the best to lace them up, fighting proudly out of Flint, Michigan, USA. Terry Harper. She won the IBO lightweight title in 2019 and then did it in the WBC in 2020. She fights out of Denby, England.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2-time gold medalist from Flint, Michigan, a 3-weight division world champion, and an undisputed women's 154-pound champion of the world, Claressa Shields. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Yorkshire, England, here is a women's super featherweight champion of the world, Terry Belter Harper.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Caution being thrown to the wind. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. She got clipped by that counter. Nice counter shot by her. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the...
Here we go. It's round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Good counter shot by her. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what?
And there's the bell for round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter shot. Counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. The courage on display here is incredible. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. She wasn't ready for that counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt. Meg.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab doesn't score. Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. She got clipped with that straight. Terry Harper just got rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Right, you've got this. Once she's shattered, she's hurt, she's feeling it. Better boxer. Just get back out there and focus.
And there's the bell for round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Missing with the hook. The perfect counter lands. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the left hook. Catch and shoot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? That counter shot lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I've seen so much more from you. You've worked. It's good work. Keep doing what you're doing. You got this.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They exchange punches. She scores with that counter. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. There's a counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Come on, get back out.
There's the bell to start round 7. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Holding nothing back here in the round. She catches and counters. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A straight right just misses. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Shields in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters, they think, you know what? My chin's so hard, it's like granite. She thinks her chin is like granite. Some people's are like glass. So she needs to be careful because granite can turn to glass with just one more shot, one more. And then it's a mental thing more than anything else.
Good counter punching. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? Nice slip to avoid the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. So a majority decision here today.
I didn't think it was going to be that close. I really didn't. I thought this was a one-sided fight. It was like a walk in the park. But for the fight to be so close shows how much these fighters have come on.